buds, it is I, your favorite procrastinating YouTuber, Haileysenpai. Man, did you miss me? It's been a hot minute. Come on, did you miss me? You can admit it. Please say yes. Yes, you did miss me, because I missed you a whole lot. Now, settle down and strap in, because this is gonna be a video that I am not very used to making. I don't do a lot of story times. You see all these other YouTubers, they're great at it. Some of them do animations with it, some of them have really cool editing. I am not very cool, nor, really good at that. This is just a story that I'm like, you know what, it's about time that I tell you what it's like being on this side of the YouTube platform. So bear with me. It's gonna be a little rough, but hopefully we make it out alive. Let me just paint you a picture. It is a calm, peaceful day in the environment of the YouTube platform. Okay, yeah, before I had to script this video, I will admit, it was going through a shit show phase. In the month of August, a big issue was pointed out by a lot of creators, calling out YouTube for their biased behavior towards some of their own creators, which is kind of a problem. The restriction system has always had its bugs, but it really comes into question of whose best interest is the system looking out for? Is it the viewers, the creators, or the companies that are funding the website? Ah, yes. The copyright system. That is sending shivers down everyone's spine. I know it is. Now, I've had some run-ins before with the copyright system. You do as a creator who posts a lot and starts off not really knowing the ropes. What I got every so often was a copyright claim. This was due to the music and sound effects that I would sometimes use in my comic dubs. When I first started out, DMCA songs were often in the background of my videos. I will admit, I attest to it. When I tried making an outro video, I remember very vividly that I was trying to use an AJR song, and that immediately got flagged by YouTube. But lesson was quickly learned. Something I found myself doing was just using like instrumental or karaoke versions of some songs to avoid the system. It worked out pretty well. Yeah, with YouTube and starting out fresh, you gotta learn to improvise a little. But something important to know is that copyright claims aren't a big deal. That's why I kind of shrug them off and joke about them, because they're easy fixes if I'm willing to take the L and re-upload the video with a different song in the background. But there's another form of copyright that is a bit more of a serious deal. Getting a copyright strike is a little more detrimental to a channel. You see, from my understanding, copyright claims only limit the monetization and a viewer's ability to view your video based on where they live. YouTube gives you the chance to see the mistake, fix it, and move on with your day. But getting a copyright strike means that that video is gone, vanished. YouTube takes it down, like literally vaporizes it. There is no chance to fix it. You are essentially in detention. All you can do is see what got flagged and what the original content is that the system is like, hey, you're copying, how dare you? Boom, die, I don't know. Yeah, YouTube is kind of known for throwing the excuse that this system is used to protect the viewers and other creators on the platform. And the fun part about strikes is that they can be done automatically by YouTube or manually by a person. And in my case, my copyright strike was done manually. By a person. Sorry for all the SparkNotes summaries of terms. I'm sure you all know and hear them enough already. I just want to make sure we are kind of on the same page and have a similar understanding of what everything is before we jump into things. Since I'm an artist, I'm going to paint you one more quick picture. You're a hard-working full-time employee for a well-known retail company. You were hired on a month early and sent for training to the big city before the store officially opened. You set up the store and have to train over 30 people how to work the cash system and the protocols, how to work in the fitting rooms, and how to overall be a good employee. And finally, you can breathe because you are given a whole 3 days off to enjoy some rest for the weekend. It is the perfect opportunity to record some videos and buy some D&D dice because you are a D&D goblin. Yes. But oh no! You're curious to see if you've received any emails since you aren't really sure when the last time you've checked is. And what the fuck? Your video has been removed due to a copyright strike. Yeah, that is not fun. I felt my stomach like sync and my heart rate was going really, really fast. And as soon as I could, I read that email over and over again. I opened my very damaged fucking MacBook laptop because it was broken. You know what? That's another story. I'm very annoyed with the outcome, but whatever. And then I went to Creator Studio to see what the heck was going on. Now, I'm not going to be showing the name of the people/person who put the strike on my channel because we don't condone being a bitch and bullying people. So, like, anonymity. That's not the word. Anonymity. That's not the word. Just, you don't know, okay? It's fine. Since YouTube is so kind enough to show where the content got flagged was and what video is allegedly sourced from, I looked up that video title and found the channel that was responsible for the strike. This channel had dabbled in voice acting, and their video was one of the comics that I voice acted and put in my compilation. Why can't I say words that I use? I watched the video and knew right away that we definitely did not sound alike in any way, shape, or form. And they used a sound effect to make their voices sound realistic to someone sounding like they have a helmet on their head. I do not do that because I am lazy and I don't want to. Something that I'm very particular about is background music, and what I immediately noticed was that the other video that was supposed to be what I was copying or re-uploaded or whatever, their music was a little bit louder than what I would put. You can ask anyone I talk to on a regular basis. I am very particular about how loud the background music is in my videos. I have made the mistake one too many times when I was starting out, where the music and the volume of the voices were the same. It was not great. You can't hear anything. It's overstimulating. It's like, dude, just quiet it down so you can hear the voices. The voices is why people are here, and then you just put some music over it so you can't hear any background noise and it sounds more emotional and you're in your element. You know, video things. Now, it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that a mistake was made, but since YouTube had taken down my video, I couldn't watch it to double check it, because you never know. I don't know, maybe it was just a coincidence. I just had to trust my memory and myself, which put me at a really great disadvantage. Luckily though, I had the music linked in my description like I always do, so at least I had that. But what was one to do in this situation, you may ask? Well, first I cried, you know, like you do when you're an adult. But when you're an adult, you do it in the shower so nobody can see it or hear it, and it's still like, I'm clean, but yeah. Well, YouTube was a great help. They have this little lesson thing about copyright, just to make sure you understand what to do in order to avoid this situation. I didn't watch the provided video, but I still got all the questions right. You know why? Because I am scared to balls over getting any sort of strike on my channel. I've been on the platform for about 5, maybe 6 years. Oh, fuck, I counted. It's actually like 8, but you know what? This was my first strike I had ever gotten. I have been careful because I care a lot about my channel, believe it or not. Getting back to my options, YouTube gives you 2. You can message the person who struck down the video or appeal it. The fun part about the latter is that shit gets more legal and you have to essentially expose who you are to that person, personal information wise, and go on from there. I have done a very good job in keeping my life private and avoided having my name getting doxxed. Congrats to me, pat on the back, I guess. How dare I do the bare minimum? Anyway, that is a line I was definitely not ready to cross. Not only for myself, but the other party involved. Because honestly, mistakes happen. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt to this shit happens all the time, alright? Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes YouTube's like, I'm gonna help you make a mistake, and then we're in a shithole, alright? I get it. You know what? We'll just call this a unspoken code of respect that creators really should practice with each other. So you could probably guess that I went with the option of contacting this person and requesting that they take down the strike. This was not an easy task when really it should have been. See, YouTube gave me the email of the person who made the strike. Easy peasy. So I decided to send them an email on my business email. Sent out a very professional message that I hope would get a response and everyone would be cool. It would be all sunshine and rainbows. They'd be like, yeah, cool, bruh. No worries. My bad. He go. And it would have been, yay, done, easy peasy. But of course, no. I immediately got an email saying that no, my message will not be sent to the address that was given to me because of the settings that the other individual has. Shit. Okay. Immediately I thought maybe this person is really mad at me for a misunderstanding and probably blocked my business email. I have it in my bio. Fine. I'll make a new email and try that. Okay, I'm gonna put Bubbly Wubbly Jenkins Jr. Okay, we got the same problem. Great! Alright, you can't be a good YouTuber if you don't know how to improvise, so we make up a new plan B. Luckily, the person had their other social medias linked in their YouTube description. So I decided to message them on Twitter to start there. I copy and pasted my message, but I added a part that I acknowledged that the claim was associated with their channel, and their channel link led me here, and I just wanted a clarification on the whole ordeal. And the next is the waiting game. I was able to hop on a call with my bestie Andrew because I tell her everything, and honestly, talking to her makes me feel a lot better. I showed her everything I had done and just kind of double-checked everything, made sense, and I didn't overlook anything. And we both came to the conclusion that maybe this person was under the impression that I maybe stole their video, or that maybe they assumed that only they had permission to voice act the comic. Honestly, it's anyone's guess when you don't understand how a person thinks or works, which, you know, is usually the case for everything. So yeah, it was just a matter of I had so many scenarios going in on my head on who this person was, how they're going to act, if they're going to get back to me, and I was just worst case scenarios everywhere, and it was not doing great for my mental health, I will admit. Like, I was debating what I should do next in case things go south. I was thinking I could make a video expose on this person if they were being a real putz and throwing a fit every step of the way. Maybe I could ask the artist if I could have their permission once again to voice act the comic and just briefly explain the situation to them. Or just ask them to talk to the voice actor for me, even though that really isn't ideal. Or I would just say, them's the breaks, bud, and avoid the rebuttal button as long as I could. I was not pressing that motherfucker. So I was sitting there, waiting, having anxiety, eat my stomach lining, so then my stomach acid would fall out and then have my body destroyed. I had the realization of how completely fucked up YouTube's system was. Yeah, I've heard stories over how messed up it has been before for certain creators in the past, but now I was experiencing it firsthand, and man, I fucking hated it. I mentioned before the differences that I could immediately point out between the two videos. First of all, the voices were different. The sound effect for the voices were different. The background music was different. And the line delivery was completely different. How did YouTube not catch this? It was so goddamn obvious. Literally anyone you could ask could tell you that these two are not the same. YouTube literally pulled out a corporate needs you to identify the differences between these two images. These are the same pictures meme. But they really rolled a natural 1 for a perception check. Are you kidding me? I am really about to expose myself over something that I do for my videos because this situation had me super fucking frazzled. And I'm like, dude, you have no idea how much extra work it would be for me to copy or else mimic this. Like, are you kidding? All right, kids, take down some notes. I'll tell you how I do this, and you too can have an improvised YouTube channel. I use an app on my phone to record and edit my videos. Yeah. I plug a microphone in with an adapter on the cord to my phone. The app I use is called VideoLeap. Even when you are subscribed to get all the features, it's 50 fucking bucks a year. Please do not waste your money like I did. I just have limited resources right now. Even if you get all these features, there is nothing on the app that changes the voices to sound like they do in the video. If I wanted to use the same sound effect as the other video has, I need to record my lines in voice memo, send it to myself, open it in Audacity on my computer, and edit the voice lines to the effect that I want. And you know what this process is? Tedious! It is so incredibly annoying, frustrating, and time-consuming the comic that my video got taken down for? It was not the only comic in that fucking video. No. It was a compilation. So imagine how long and stressful it would be to record those lines all separately and send them in batches to my email. Because sometimes emails won't send the attachments if they are too big. Then comes the editing of all them to match. Then I have to send them back to my phone and put them in the video, edit them around each other, and it's a whole extra step of moving everything around and adjusting volumes so they all match, and nobody is screaming in the ear and nobody is too quiet. Trust me when I say I saw the shit show that would come if I had to go down this route, alright? So I went with the voices I already had, and the video did great because we love Among Us videos, I guess. 3-ish days end up going by before I get a notification on Twitter that I finally have a message from the creator I reached out to. Yes! Progress! Then I read it for the first time and felt my heart drop to my ass, taking my stomach with it. I thought I was gonna throw the fuck up. The creator wrote, and I quote, "You did not use your voice in that. You had used my upload of the comic with my voice, and YouTube flagged it to my account along with a few others. The link I had clicked had my voice from my video just as YouTube flagged, but you had put your watermark on it." Bro, this was the start of a holy fuck. You cannot be serious moment. I will admit, at first I was anxious, but stress developed into annoyance to, bro, you better be joking. I knew for a fact that that was not true, so I explained the same thing I figured out. The background music was different, and I had a bunch of comics in that video, so it wouldn't make a lot of sense if I would just yoink someone else's video and be like, my fans would never know this isn't me. Haha, brilliant. No! Just because some of them are kids does not mean they are dumb. Bro, I would get roasted. Y'all would not let me get away with that. So then they reply, YouTube have me notifications on 6 different videos from different creators that have uploaded the same video with my voice, etc. I checked 3 of the 6 videos, and they were all mine where people had put their watermark in front, etc. At the time, YouTube gave me 2 options, to press ignore or to press that have them taken down. So of course I wanted them down. I don't know why YouTube would have flagged your video onto the list of uploaded content if you had not used my video. You just admitted to me that you checked only half of the videos that YouTube lined up and was like, hey yo, just making sure these are yours. If they are, claim them at the lost and found and I'll wreck the peoples who stole them from yous. And since half of them are re-uploads, you said, those are good odds. These probably belong to me. All of them. And then YouTube decided, I'm gonna sucker punch you in the face, Haley. And I was like, okay, sure. Yeah, this is not gonna go how you think it is if you do not mosey some patience on your side in about T-minus 5 seconds. I'll admit, I was fuming, but I was not gonna let them know that I was getting pretty pissed off at them for something like that. But they weren't shutting down any ideas yet, and I still had the opportunity to convince them of my case. So I remained professional as you can, and I told them this. I totally understand. YouTube has been a real crappy system in that sense. I think it just recognized the links to the artists are the same and the art as well. I just want to reach out and get everything figured out. I think maybe that's what was going on. Not gonna lie, I might have pulled that one right out of my ass, but improvising is the reason I've gone this far as a content creator, so we roll with it. It seemed to actually have worked because the creator sent back, I'm just confused because I've dubbed comics a lot of other people have and it's never flagged me. Unless you downloaded my video and then just revoiced over it, I'm assuming that would have been detected from the automatic copyright finder and hence the confusion. Okay, this theory kind of pissed me off, but once again, that would have been a little more trouble than what it would have been worth, because it would essentially be like dubbing over an anime. You have limited time to say and deliver your lines if the video's already going. You gotta conform to the video, and it's just a lot more fucking work. So, I had to assure them that, like all of my other comic dub videos, I have permission from the artist to voice act over their art, and I make sure that whatever social medias they want me to share are linked in the description of every video. I even offered to send the screenshots that I had with the artist in question that showed that I had their consent to use their art in a video. They actually declined to see the screenshots and stated that they were brainstorming as to why YouTube would flag our videos as the same one. They mentioned again how I could have muted their audio and used their video again, but I was not going to acknowledge that theory because it was bullshit. Not only was it bullshit, but they actually said that they would take back the strike. Finally, we were getting somewhere. I made sure to voice how thankful I was for them being understanding and working through it with me. And fucking good thing we were communicating, because YouTube requires the old URL of the struck down video. Perfect timing too, because I still had Creator Studio open to the video and sent the URL immediately to the creator to send the cancellation of the strike. The creator followed the instructions that YouTube laid out for the process and let me know when the final step was taken. And then all that was left was the waiting game. They apologized to me about the situation and how they should have checked all the videos that YouTube sent them as flagged videos. And honestly, I was just happy for things to have worked out the way they did. I again made sure to say thank you to the creator for being cooperative and willing to work things out. But they did give me a word of advice to not download YouTube videos and mute the audio and voice over them. Bro, you have to tell me, please, you are joking. Just ignore it. Moving on. I just said that YouTube system would need some retuning, and I was glad that the two of us would compromise. The next day arrives, and the creator let me know that the video is back up, and that they actually watched it this time, and noted that I was completely right, and everything I told them was actually the truth. BAM! That is how you get shit done like an adult! Talk through your problems! That situation was rough on me. I hadn't felt anxiously sick over something like that for a while, but it was so relieving when things didn't turn out worse. But thinking over it with hindsight, worse came to worse, I think I don't know what I would have done if I was blocked by the creator, or they flat out refused to work with me on it. I think the situation could have been reach out to the artist and ask if I could upload the same comic dub again, just redid the voices. I know I threw the idea out of making an expose on the creator who made a strike on me, but that is definitely not my forte. I most certainly can guarantee that I do not have the energy or time to be petty like that. But considering how it would farm a bunch of hate towards them, that is definitely never an option that should ever be considered again by me. I think I was just making a joke, in all honesty, to Andrew, like, well, at least I'll have content if worst comes to worst. Thank God it didn't go worse to worse, because, yeah. I would like to actually send a thank you again to the creator who communicated with me and was willing to talk things over and hear me out. I know that I didn't name drop you, and there probably isn't a high chance that you'd watch this video, but I am very glad that you weren't an asshole and actually wanted to be friendly with me. If for some reason you guys were to find out who struck down the video, which I really think it's unlikely because I didn't make a lot of tweets about it, and yeah, please don't go running up to their channel and get mad at them. It's been over 2 months. We're good now. I'm even coolish with YouTube. Did you see I posted like 5 videos? That's like a record for me, like whole way. I know my issue doesn't compare to the likes of what other creators have experienced on the platform. That shit is a whole nother thing that has not been addressed to my knowledge. Because why address something if you're not sure how to fix it? I'm not sure what the whole fucking reason is. I just know it doesn't stop there. This issue, a smaller scale affected. I have so many videos on my channel that I'm pretty sure nobody really noticed until I made a tweet about it. It didn't call for a big outrage. It didn't get YouTube any more canceled than it already feels like it is. I just wanted to share my experience, what I had to go through, and so maybe someone on YouTube or a creator can see this, take notes, improve it so that other creators who face issues like this have a better way of executing it and keeping that trust between the creator and the platform. Because I really feel like that relationship is getting pretty tarnished. It kind of does once it's a big corporation and you have millions of people essentially working for you. Really, I think all creators can agree that it is an unspoken rule that if something like this happens, you get to make a video out of it and get back that monetization you may have lost from the situation. I think that about covers it. Thank you for tuning in and sticking around. I know I haven't been around much and making a lot of content, but I really appreciate everyone checking in on the videos just for the sake of it. I really hope to be posting more. I said it before, I started a new job. It's full-time. It pays better than YouTube. I get some benefits, and really it's just another step that I need to take as an adult because that's how it is in the society. Anyways, I hope to catch you in the next video. I appreciate you lots. Bye-bye. Take care.